Hi, I'm Annie Ulichny, and I want to thank you so much for joining in for some meditation and mindfulness practices. We are living in a time when we are so busy all the time. And I hear all of the time, every day, people expressing their frustration that it is so hard to sit down, to sit and take a seat and be calm and quiet and meditate or practice mindful techniques. It's a conflict we have. We have this to-do lifestyle that's very active and very busy, and we have a conflict in that it is almost impossible to try to be calm, and yet what we want is calm and peace inside. We want to feel calm in our body. We want our belly to feel good and healthy and strong. We want our heart to feel like it's a healthy rhythm and beat and variability. And we want our overthinking to subside. We want all that, and yet it's impossible to also sit at the same time. It's very frustrating. So one way to get to be able to sit on your chair or cushion is through movement. Movement can help us bring us back to ourselves, to connect back. We're going to start with some standing practices. If you have any kind of balance issue at all, then I encourage you to sit in a comfortable seat, and you can modify all of these different practices. And then once we're finished with the movement, we might feel a little more able to just come and sit down after we move. And so the first thing we're going to do is shaking, standing up. If you need to hold on to the back railing of a chair with one hand or with both hands during some of these practices, I encourage you to do that as well. Balance is our number one priority. So if there's any balance issues, then please do this seated or holding on to something. The first thing that we'll do standing up, if you are standing up though, is to shake our hands. And then once we're done shaking our hands, we can have our hands holding on to the back of a chair or a table, a kitchen counter maybe, if you feel comfortable standing. So we're shaking as if we're shaking water off the ends of our fingers. And we're just starting this motion, just doing it, whether we feel like it or not sometimes, we're just going to do it. And then if you're standing and this is safe and comfortable for you, just start shaking your whole body as well. And then they can find a rhythm, your hands and your body. So you're just kind of moving up and down a little bit, just giving yourself a shake. Like you're shaking water off of you if you're just getting out of a pool or a lake or the ocean. Just kind of shaking everything out. And just feel, breathe, feel, and breathe. And this is all done through the nose, the breathing if possible. And definitely we keep our eyes wide open and very alert and paying attention to the movements. And now we're going to just tap our heels on the ground a little bit. Just give it a little extra shake. And you can, if you're doing this seated, can raise your heels up and down and tap them on the ground from your seat. Animals instinctively do this type of shaking to release stress. We should too. Okay, and now we'll stop our legs from bouncing and tapping, and we'll have our hands, just let them dangle along the side body. And with our eyes open, but maybe the gaze down, so you're not really looking at anything specific, but your eyes are gazed down, and so we can start to feel in the body. Notice the sensations. So just even with that bit of shaking, we can move from this overdoing, to-do list, busy body, and mind to starting to come back and reconnect to ourselves. Noticing how we feel, the tingling, dropping the shoulders down, letting them relax. And we'll move to tapping. Again, another wonderfully effective, highly researched and effective way to calm our bodies down, help to calm our minds down through tapping. So the first tapping that we're going to do is going to be on the chest here. And it's a gentle tapping. And it's a way, again, to start to even connect to ourselves even more. So we want to bring, our mind has these two abilities, right? We've talked about this. Our mind is our inner voice, it's our inner dialogue, the thinking mind. And then we have this focus, this aware, present focus. We're going to strengthen and turn up the volume on this focus for the rest of practice today. Feeling our chest, feeling the tapping, noticing you might even find some sensitive spots as you tap on the upper chest. It might be a pocket of stress. Notice what's here. And then we're going to move down to the rib cage. Find a pattern. Bring your focus to your rib cage. Feel the contact of your hands and your body. And then we'll move to the lower back, kidneys, the lower rib cage area, lungs. If you're seated, you can do all of these motions as well. And now we're going to do the sides of the hips. And we're going to go up and down the legs 2 times. I really want you to pay attention to your focus. So bring your focus. We're going to go down the outside, come back the inside of the legs. Just use your focus here to pay attention to your legs as you tap. Stop at the groin once you get there and do a little extra tapping. And go back down the outer leg, up the inner leg. Groin, belly. One of the first signs of stress is our gut and our belly doesn't work properly, effectively. This is a wonderful way to help it, encourage it to work effectively for us. Come back. Now we'll do our arms the same way we did our legs. Start at the shoulder. Move your way down the front, up the underside to the armpit. Do that 2 times. Feel the sensations. Move to the other arm. All the way down to the hands. Just nice tapping into the armpit. And finish this 2 times. Keep your focus right where the tapping is. Come back up to the chest. And now we're just going to gently tap the opposite shoulder. Just kind of move the rib cage and the lungs, giving them a little bit of a stretch. And using our hands to tap the opposite shoulder. This is gently an attitude of caring for ourselves. Caring for our lungs now, our diaphragm, our rib cage, our torso, and our nervous system. Creating homeostasis. Okay. And now we can take a comfortable seat. If you've been standing, if you've been seated, just start to notice the sensations in your body. very simply coming into a seated posture, closing our eyes down now if we've had them open, and just feel through the body. We could start to notice through the soles of our feet and into our feet the energy that we have encouraged and nourished and created, this tingling sensation. Feeling through the lower legs, noticing the tingling aliveness, the sensations. Noticing in the knees and the thighs, this energy. Where we bring our focus, energy flows. We might start to notice heightened, magnified energy maybe in our thighs right now as we bring our focus here. This is a very restorative, rejuvenating kind of a practice, especially when we're so busy. Coming up through our pelvis and our seat and our lower back, noticing a tingling and aliveness that's here. Coming into our mid-back and also our belly along the front. So many of us have gut issues of one kind or another. Inflammation, autoimmune. There are many challenges we face, and when we actually use some of these practices, it helps to calm and soothe the gut. Notice if your belly feels soft, tingly, a little bit more relaxed. Coming up through the rib cage and up into the heart area, noticing the sensations here. Using our focus, so stay really focused within the body. If this inner voice is throwing worries at you, we don't need to fix anything right now. There's no problems right now. We just are here bringing our essential aware focus within our own body to restore. Feel the sensations through the heart area, up through the upper chest area, through the shoulders. Noticing how the body feels. Maybe it's a little more relaxed. Cut down through the arms into the fingers. Coming up through the throat, noticing sensations in the throat. In the back of the neck, any cool or heat, aliveness, tingling, shimmery kind of qualities. We can really start to experience a new side of us that's not in the thinking mind. It's a felt experience of our energy in our own body. And when we're present, we really can restore ourselves by tapping into this. Coming up through the whole head, feeling in the head, feeling through the face, noticing what's here. So the shaking and the tapping can really help us energetically to start to come into a place where we can be more still, more calm, and sit, because we start to feel this aliveness within us, this whole new experience. And every time we practice, it'll be new. We're not lost in our thoughts in our head. We're actually experiencing what's happening in our full body, becoming more familiar with our nervous system, our organs, our body parts. And we can start to restore our energy when we feel exhausted but wired at the same time. When those two things happen, it means also we really need to restore ourselves. So we can practice using our breath, bringing it into the body, like from the soles of our feet to the top of our head is a giant straw. We could imagine using our mind's creativity, really touching in on our focus and our creative, innovative mind. We can bring our focus from the soles of our feet on the inhale here and really monitor the body, bringing energy and focus up through the soles of our feet on the in-breath here. We'll breathe in together like we're a straw, bringing energy and breath up through the feet, through the legs, through the pelvis, through the torso, up through the chest, the neck, all the way to the very top of the head. And then hold the breath here for just a moment, feeling the energy in the top of the head. And then sigh out a release through the nose. Let go on the exhale. And we could try this again. So we'll take another breath together, and the inhale will be very focused. So we're exerting some energy here with this inhale, and we're imagining that the breath is coming in through the feet and filling us up like we're a straw until we get to the top of our head. And then we're holding the breath just for a pause. So let's give this a try. We're going to breathe in through the feet, through the legs, through the pelvis, filling up through the torso. Inhaling very slowly with incredible presence and focus up through the neck, shoulders, down the arms, also up to the head, and just hold it right at the very top of the head. Just a pause, as long as it's comfortable for you, and then sigh out a release through the nose. Just relax, release on the exhale. So now that you've gotten this creative visualization of the breath coming into the body, bringing energy and breath together into the body all the way to the top of the head, we'll try one more time and really stay focused as you move through your body like a straw with the inhale. So give this a try for yourself. Inhaling through the feet all the way up, slowly, intentionally. Imagine energy is riding on the breath. Energy and breath are moving slowly up like a straw, filling you up all the way to the top of the head. Really feel the energy at the top of the head, in the brain, pausing, and then release. And we're going to take some belly, heart breaths together now. So on the inhale, we'll take a sip in the belly, take another sip in of inhale in the heart, really feeling as if the breath is going right into the heart on that second sip, and then a release through the nose on the exhale. That's elongated. So the inhales, the double inhales, match the length of time as the one exhale as we breathe. So let's give this a try together. Inhale, belly. Inhale, heart. Exhale, all out of the nose. Exhale, exhale, release. Inhale, belly. Inhale, heart. Exhale, relax on the exhale. Inhale, belly. Inhale, heart. Relaxing on the exhale. Really feel this experience in the body. Inhale, belly. Inhale, heart. Release, 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 release. Inhale, belly. Inhale, heart. Release, 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 release. Do 2 more together. Inhale, belly. Inhale, heart. Release, release, release. Inhale, belly. Inhale, heart. Release, release, release. Elongate the release. Press all of the air out. All of it out, all of it out. Keep pressing, pressing, pressing out of the lungs, contracting in the lungs, and let the breath breathe itself. Notice the sensations running through your body. We might notice that it could be easier now to sit. And maybe we could even sit for a while longer, beyond the length of this tape. We could sit and just experience being here together, and then being by yourself for a few extra minutes. This is incredibly restorative. When we are reconnected to our body, reconnected to the present moment through our focus, our mind's ability to focus. We could feel through our body that we feel more open, a greater sense of space and peace and calm. It sometimes even feels to me there's not much difference between the space of the room that I'm in and the space that I feel when I'm this calm and alert that's within me as well. They feel the same. This energy within us and all around us. This aliveness. It's our deeper intuitive self. And when we make time and space to touch in, reconnect to this deeper intuitive self, we are restoring, revitalizing, bringing care and kindness to ourselves, and allowing ourselves to be calm and then also be able to handle anything that happens today with patience, with care, with an open heart. So when we feel overwhelmed by our to-do list busyness, let movement be the way to come into stillness and quiet and spaciousness and into our intuitive, deeper knowing. It's such a privilege to be here with you. Thank you so much for your time.